So you've probably seen Tart cherry juice all over social media lately. Everyone's calling it a superfood, some kind of miracle drink. But what actually happens to your body if you drink it every single day? I spent hours going through the actual medical research. And honestly, some of these findings surprised even me. Let's talk about what science has actually proven, not just what influencers claim. The sleep connection, does it actually work? Okay, first thing everyone wants to know about: sleep. You've probably heard cherry juice helps you sleep better. But here's the interesting part. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition followed 20 healthy adults who drank just 1 ounce of tart cherry, concentrate twice daily for 7 days. The results? They slept an extra 34 minutes per night, and their sleep efficiency increased by about 5 to 6%. But here's what really caught my attention. Another study with adults over 50 who had insomnia found something even more dramatic. After 2 weeks of drinking cherry juice twice a day, participants slept an extra 84 minutes when measured in a sleep lab. That's almost an hour and a half of extra sleep. Now, before you think it's all about the melatonin, here's where it gets nuanced. Yes, tart cherries contain melatonin, but the amount is actually tiny compared to what doctors typically prescribe for sleep issues. We're talking about 85 micrograms from the juice versus 500 to 5,000 micrograms in a typical melatonin supplement. That's a huge difference. So what's really happening? Researchers believe it's not just the melatonin. It's the tryptophan, the same amino acid that makes you sleepy after Thanksgiving dinner. Plus, the anti-inflammatory compounds in cherries may help reduce discomfort that keeps people awake. Your body's using multiple ingredients here to naturally improve sleep quality. The athlete's secret weapon. Here's something that really impressed me. Professional athletes have been drinking cherry juice for years, and now we know why. A comprehensive review looked at 15 different studies on cherry juice and exercise recovery. The findings were pretty consistent. In one study, trained athletes who drank tart cherry juice for 7 days before doing intense strength training recovered 90% of their muscle strength within just 24 hours. That was about 5% better than when they didn't drink the juice. Marathon runners who consumed cherry juice for 5 days before and 2 days after the London Marathon recovered their strength faster and had significantly lower inflammation markers. But here's the catch that most people don't talk about. Timing matters massively. Studies that gave cherry juice only on the day of exercise or after showed basically no benefit. The researchers actually coined a new term for this, calling it precovery instead of recovery. You need to drink it for several days before intense exercise to see the protective effects, inflammation, and your heart. Now let's talk about something that affects all of us, whether we exercise or not: inflammation and heart health. A 12-week study with older adults found that drinking tart cherry juice lowered systolics, blood pressure, and reduced LDL cholesterol, the bad kind. The researchers measured inflammation markers, and C-reactive protein dropped by about 25%. This matters because chronic inflammation is linked to so many diseases: cardiovascular disease, arthritis, even cognitive decline as we age. Cherries are packed with compounds called anthocyanins, the pigments that give them that deep red color. These aren't just for show. They're powerful antioxidants that help destroy free radicals in your body. In fact, when researchers ranked foods by antioxidant content, tart cherries came in at number 14 out of the top 50. They're comparable to blueberries and pomegranates, which everyone already knows are antioxidant powerhouses. The gout connection. If you or someone you know deals with gout, this is worth paying attention to. A large study with 633 people who had gout found something remarkable. Those who ate cherries or cherry extract for just 2 days had a 35% lower risk of gout attacks compared to people who didn't consume cherries. And when cherry consumption was combined with their regular gout medication, the risk dropped by 75%. The mechanism here is pretty straightforward. Cherries help lower uric acid levels in the blood, which is what causes those painful gout flares. The anthocyanins actually inhibit the enzyme that produces uric acid. Now, here's what they don't tell you. Before you rush out to buy gallons of cherry juice, we need to talk about the downsides. Because yes, there are some real considerations here. First, the sugar content. 1 cup of tart cherry juice contains about 33 grams of natural sugar. That's still sugar, even though it's natural. If you're managing diabetes or prediabetes, you need to talk to your doctor first. Some studies actually found that middle-aged women who regularly drank 100% fruit juice had a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Second, cherry juice can interact with medications. If you're taking blood thinners, certain antibiotics, or corticosteroids, the compounds in cherry juice can interfere with how these drugs work. That's not something to mess around with. Third, too much cherry juice can cause digestive issues. The culprit is sorbitol, a sugar alcohol naturally present in cherries. This can lead to bloating, stomach cramps, and diarrhea if you overdo it. And here's something people forget. When you juice fruit, you remove all the fiber. That fiber is crucial because it slows down how your body absorbs the natural sugars. You'd actually be better off eating whole tart cherries when possible, but I understand they're not always available or convenient. The dosage question. So if you want to try this, what's the right amount? Most studies used between 8 to 12 ounces of juice twice daily. That's typically made from about 1 ounce of concentrate mixed with water. Some studies went as high as 16 ounces per day. For the sleep benefits, people usually drink it 30 minutes to an hour before bed. For exercise recovery, you'd start several days before intense activity and continue for a few days after. And for general anti-inflammatory effects, consistency seems to matter more than the specific timing. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps more people discover content like this. What about sweet cherries? Quick note on this. Most research focuses on tart cherries, specifically the Montmorency variety, simply because they're more readily available from Michigan cherry farms. Sweet cherries have similar compounds and health benefits. They just have more sugar and slightly lower concentrations of those beneficial anthocyanins. Both work, but tart cherries are more studied and more potent. The quality factor. Not all cherry juice is created equal. When you're shopping, look for 100% pure tart cherry juice with no added sugars. Many commercial brands add extra sugar, which defeats a lot of the health benefits. Check the ingredient list. It should basically say cherries and maybe water. That's it. You can also find tart cherry extract in capsule form if the taste doesn't appeal to you, or if you want to avoid the liquid calories. Studies have tested capsules at about 480 milligrams daily and found benefits there too. The bottom line. Here's my take after going through all this research. Cherry juice isn't a magic cure-all, but it's also not just hype. The science shows real benefits for specific things: better sleep duration and quality, faster recovery from intense exercise if you time it right, reduced inflammation markers, lower gout attack risk. But it's not a replacement for good sleep hygiene, proper training recovery protocols, or a balanced diet full of different fruits and vegetables. That's the thing people miss. Cherry juice works best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle, not as a band-aid for poor habits. The studies are legitimate, though many are small and some are funded by the cherry industry, which means we need more independent research. The effects are modest but measurable. We're not talking about transformative changes, but incremental improvements that could add up over time. My recommendation? If you're curious, try it for a few weeks and see how you feel. Start with a small amount to make sure you don't have any digestive issues. If you're on medications or have health conditions, definitely talk to your doctor first. And remember, consistency matters more than one-off doses. The research suggests that regular daily consumption is where you see benefits, not drinking it occasionally and expecting miracles. We're talking about supporting your body's natural processes, not overriding them. Cherry juice is one tool in the toolbox. Use it wisely, understand what it can and can't do, and keep your expectations realistic. The science is promising, but it's still evolving. And that's the honest truth about what happens when you drink cherry juice every day. If you found this deep dive into the research helpful, subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health content. I'm going through the actual studies so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.